Going to be individual readings for Gemini, then Libra, then Aquarius, all time-stamped below. It's a Taurus moon day. I am a Taurus moon. Of course, I'm in comfy sweats for this video, and shout out to my air sign beauty, Aquarius beauty, Raquel. If you're watching, repping her merch, the We All Get Sad Club on Instagram. It's so awesome, so comfy. I'm obsessed. Like, the Taurus moon in me is just living for these kind of clothes. Why don't we get started? Gemini, you're up first. So there is a lot of confusion around this relationship or our relationship. I see it coming in here at the bottom of the deck as this Queen of Swords, air sign energy. Now, there's a lot of confusion around this relationship. It looks pretty stuck. And if this isn't related to you, Gemini, these can sometimes show up as like an external force that's currently impacting or giving you some cause to think or feel something about a certain relationship. It could be a relationship that you see as quite toxic and quite unhealthy. And that doesn't have to be your own. You could be very aware of siblings relationships or friends relationships that look like this. And for some reason, it's like, oh, is my relationship like that? Or this could be yours. It's just very confusing. Now, I can't say that this relationship doesn't have potential when I see both the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands here. It has potential to grow. It has potential to be exciting and passionate and vibrant. However, there is something that desperately needs to change, Gemini. The Death card is our final outcome, and we're going to look at these cards together and pull more to clear them up. But yeah, the Death card energy is like something's got to give, something's got to break here, because something massive has happened within this relationship. The Judgment card was the first card out. So the energy of like hearing something that you needed to hear, experiencing something that was super necessary for your growth. And because the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords are here, falling in like both the past position and then also like your motivators for this relationship, like what is maybe subconsciously or unconsciously motivating, or hell, you might be very aware of this, but something has happened that's been pretty painful to deal with in this relationship, and you're wondering if it still has any hope left to even work this out. The Five of Swords is saying like somebody took somebody for a ride here, Gemini. It could have been you playing this person around, playing some games with this person, but you do I get the impression that they don't think that this is such a big deal. They're coming through as the Six of Pentacles, whereas your fear is the Five of Pentacles. So they kind of see that this is like reached some sort of a level plateau and things are kind of smoothing out, whereas you're just afraid. I think you're afraid of being rejected. The Five of Pentacles is a lot of abandonment and like fear of rejection. And that's just kind of how I see you at the moment, Gemini, in this energy. Something's about to start moving on this relationship in a bigger way. The Wheel of Fortune. This is coming up in like an upcoming energy where things are going to start to be revealed. Things are going to start moving for you anyways. But the World card in reverse is saying like you're very much doubting the success of this relationship entirely, right? I think we should clear up these cards together and pull some more and clarify. Let's just say, Gemini, that big changes are in store when we see the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune like this around this relationship. While there is still potential here, I cannot deny, I'm seeing that with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. You do see a way forward for this on some level, but at the moment, for the most part, I'm seeing you as seeing this being over. Death card being more of an ending, an unsuccessful attempt at this with the World card in reverse. They still think it's very possible. They're still very attracted to you. They're coming through as seeing like, oh, we can still exchange energy. And by energy, I think we know what kind of energy exchange that this card represents, right? Kind of a phallic symbol. So perhaps they're thinking more about a sexual energy exchange and rather than something like of an emotional or more committed energy. You do feel maybe rejected by this person as a result, and they may have even said some harsh things, or there's been some things spoken between you two that's just adding to your sense of like rejection, basically. And like you're not going to be played, and you don't even want to be playing anybody else. If it's you that's kind of playing mind games, and you don't even want to be doing that, you'd rather, I think, it ended than continue to play these mind games. And if it's them that's playing you, Gemini, and you're the people walking away like these two suckers are after this menace has kind of like tricked them again, you're thinking, okay, hold on a minute, enough is enough. I'm not going to be played like this anymore. And the death card energy comes through. So let's have a look then. We're going to look at the judgment card. What does Gemini need to know? What has this big wake-up call around this relationship been? It seems very intense, and things are changing in this relationship. Maybe not even for the better, in your opinion. So let's see the judgment card. Let's clear it up for you now. Gemini, I have a December reading for you, which is more general, not just about love and relationships. I'm going to link it in the description box if you're interested. Your card coming through, the Lover's energy, your major arcana. And would you look at that? I couldn't make it up. On the bottom of the deck, the Sun in Gemini, the 10 of Swords. This looks like the healthy relationship that seems out of reach for you right now. So things might be changing. Things might be seeming like they are not going to be able to be forgiven right now. The Lover's card is a very pure and connected energy, but around these cards, like the 10 of Swords, I just see that as you being done. And something has been revealed. The Judgment card is a huge energy that's kind of like, you know, you can't ignore when judgment comes calling. Well, you can, of course, you have free will, but it's hard to ignore. Ace of Pentacles. This is coming through as an opportunity. What kind of opportunity does this relationship currently have? The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Could there even be a friendship salvaged here? I don't even think you think there can be a friendship salvaged here. When I see this card upright, I think of reconciliation, coming together, bringing together, solving, problem solving. But in reverse, it seems like the problems cannot be solved currently. And is there an option here? If the Ace of Pentacles is representing any kind of option for me, it looks like there's some sort of respect that can be salvaged, or like mutual friendship or something like that. But at the moment, you're seeing that any olive branch that comes your way, like that Ace of Pentacles, is just handing you out an option or some sort of movement that you could take, and you're like, no, I don't want to. I don't see these problems being resolved. Ace of Wands, I get the sense that you may still want to be intimate with this person, or sexually intimate at least, and that you still have that on your mind. Oh, and here comes, look, you could not make this up, you guys, the Seven of Cups and the Devil card again. This is that confusion. So I do see this being around you. You're very confused about this relationship, a bit stuck on it, don't know what to do, can't figure out what the best thing would to do here is. And this is very much the energy of debauchery. It's sex, it's kink, it's like fetishes, it's even, you know, intoxication of these themes in your life. And we're intoxicated. This is Venus and Scorpio, the Lord of debauchery. And this is all about, like, you know, when the drinks are flowing, or, you know, you guys take substances together, but you kind of have this, so it seems a little unhealthy, especially if it's just a sexual connection. This is coming through as some sort of a sexual connection that, like, I'm like trying to see these cards properly. This camera is not laid out well by me. But yeah, this is like sexual chemistry. For sure you guys have that. But it seems a little toxic, and the Devil energy, it's like, oh, that's kind of trapping you, you know, that maybe like that sort of level is kind of trapping you almost. I can't get comfy. Okay, so the Three of Swords in the past position. So something has come through here, Gemini, which looks like a painful disclosure, and you might have felt like your heart broke a little bit. Three of Swords in the past. We're leaving this energy behind us, thankfully, but what do you need to know about that pain? Two of Wands in reverse. It was a brief conversation. Some of this was about, you know, the realization that this person isn't going to relocate with you. This person isn't going to move in with you. When they're weighing up their decisions like this in the Two of Wands, you're not even a factor in this, right? And that's how you've been feeling. It's probably why you've been feeling rejected by this person. They're not bringing you in on what it is that they want to do. They're just making all these decisions like, oh, guess what, Gemini? I just bought a house here. Sorry, I know it's a place you absolutely hate. But it's like they don't really care. They're just thinking about themselves. The Five of Swords. This could even be from a past relationship that you've been burned like this before. And they're lying in your subconscious, and every time there's a trigger like this in your current relationship where they don't factor you into their plans, you feel rejected, you feel like, fuck, why did I mess up like this? How did I fall for this again? And it's that blame game we play with ourselves mentally. It's this, I messed up, I'm the worst person energy, you know? And the King of Wands, you might have been dealing with a fire sign in the past, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but this person called the shots. This is a domineering energy. This is somebody who's not very flexible. They may just have been a fixed sign, like a Leo, Scorpio is here, a Taurus is very much here, or a Aquarius. So it's sort of like this fixed, domineering energy. Gemini, you're mutable air. How much more flexible could you be with your ideas and your thoughts? How much more flexible could you be with your social empathy, really, you know? So let's keep going then. You fell for, let me just say, this person was very powerful and magnetic and very irresistible to you. Don't beat yourself up for falling from that. But what I'm seeing here, you guys, let's say if you're a female watching, male watching, whatever your sexual orientation is, this is just an archetype. Demon dick, devil dick, okay? Devil dick. Yeah, sure, that's probably, the devil energy is very tempting. It is pure temptation and succumbing to that temptation. And then we give our power away, our ownership, our sovereignty and autonomy in the relationship. And we sacrifice it maybe for a good time. In the moment, we don't feel so great after it. The Wheel of Fortune, big changes in store, and they're coming up. They're coming up this month, Gemini. That's how I'm seeing this. I'm seeing December, January, a big change on this. What does that look like for you? You find yourself in the right time at the right place, and the Chariot card, it's talking about making an advancement now. This is positive energy. If you have been on the fence about something, in two minds about something, Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, what should I do? I'm not seeing the situation clearly. I don't know if I'm being intuitive right now. I don't know if I'm tripping, if my mind is playing games on me. It's all very confusing, of course. But it does seem like if you're trying to reach a decision on this, or like if you're not even speaking to this person, I get the sense that you don't speak to this person too frequently, or it doesn't seem super committed to me yet, if it ever will be. But it does seem like this is something that is a bit more laissez-faire. You talk here and there. It might revolve around drinking or socializing, and then, you know, you go home together. It's that kind of a vibe that I'm seeing so far. But things are about to change it up. This energy is about to change. The Chariot, you have control of the situation. You're directing the focus. You're telling the person where this is going. Is it going towards a Death card energy? It looks to be at least heading towards a Death card transformation. That doesn't always have to be an ending. It can absolutely be the new beginning after the ending, but it does usually represent some sort of a finality that has deeply transformed things. The World card in reverse. Can this relationship be a success? Why don't we just throw out what the energy looks like there? These are general readings, Gemini. They're not going to apply to all. The Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And here we have you again, Queen of Swords in this air sign energy. It's too much back and forth, right? It's actually causing you more sadness than you may even be aware of, more sense of not feeling good enough, more sense of like feeling like you've lost an opportunity here. And yeah, it looks like you do feel like you've lost an opportunity here. You do feel like this has not worked out well, and you've been back and forth. Why can't you make a decision on this? Why can't they make a decision on this? This seems like it's a little bit too indecisive. So until somebody shits or gets off the pot, then it doesn't seem like a final choice can even be made for you. So let's see where their head's at. The Six of Pentacles. I know where their head's at. They want you. They want part of you. The Six of Pentacles. The beautiful, desirable, fun-loving, energetic, marches to the beat of their own drum, Gemini. That's what's so attractive, and they want that. But dare you show the real you at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Cups and upright. Dare you show a vulnerable expression of who you truly are. My God. Okay, so Six of Pentacles coming up with the Seven of Cups. Let me see if I have my Devil card still beside that. Oh no, of course I don't, because it's right here on top of it. So these guys are going together like a peas in the pod in this reading, the Devil and the Seven of Cups. They've shown themselves together now 3 times beside them. They don't know what the hell they want. You don't know what the hell you want. It's super confusing. It's super intoxicating. It's throwing you for a loop because it's bringing out something in you that isn't truly what you decide is me in quote unquote. Like, this isn't me. I'm not myself with you. Okay. That's the energy that's coming up. You can't be vulnerable with this person. You can't open up or share Seven of Swords beside that. Like, hello, I have to keep this completely hidden and I have to repress all of this inside of myself. It doesn't seem like they fully know what they want on an emotional level or in terms of commitment. I think that they want to be physical with you though. Yeah. The Five of Pentacles. So you fear now. This is coming through as a fear of yours. Will you be abandoned? Will you be left out in the cold by this person? Will they just decide they don't want you? And it is a fear. It hasn't maybe manifested into reality yet, but you know what they say about self-fulfilling prophecies, and every thought has to go somewhere, right, and manifest somehow. So I'm getting these air sign energies here together again, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So we see the Queen of Swords a lot. The King of Swords, it's an Aquarius energy. Typically. So I do have all my 4 fixed signs represented: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius now. So you were dealing with somebody, if not one of those signs, that was extremely my way or the highway, and no flexibility there. Remember who you are, Gemini, Queen of Swords. You're good at seeing the truth, right? And you can always see the truth, and you're always a one step ahead of the other person intellectually, or you know, if you're prone to some Five of Swords energy, any tricks up your own sleeve, Gemini, you're always a couple steps ahead, I feel. But the Queen of Swords is a person that knew a lot of happiness in this relationship once, or has known a lot of happiness in a relationship once. Doesn't have to be with another air sign. And for that reason, it's difficult to sit in this throne at the moment where you are in your journey, because you've attained great happiness, a lover's energy. You've attained that before. You're not holding it right now, and it doesn't seem like it's easy for you right now. And that's just, I don't know, you're second guessing yourself. Is it me? The Death card. Does this look like an ending for Gemini with regards to this relationship? If not, what is transforming in this big way, this felt and important way in the Death card energy for you? As always, Gemini, it is a pleasure to read for you. I'm about to literally slip off this couch. I was like, boom! So I needed to do that. The Queen of Cups. I think I lost a few brain cells there, but the Queen of Cups, returning home to you. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, looking at each other. They're like, girl, or babe, fella, whoever you are watching. They're like, come on home, I've got you, we've got us, we're good. It's like having a conversation with yourself in the mirror, and you say to yourself, I've been here, I've been in this judgment energy. Pluto transits our judgment energy. I've been here in Judgment card. I've had to look at myself in the mirror and pull myself out of dark places by telling myself that you survived that already, you will survive again, and you're going to be fine. This is what Judgment card, it invokes feelings of survival in us. It's one of the most inwardly intense feelings I've ever experienced when I'm dealing with moments of transformation like that. But this is this energy of Gemini, like, we've got this. You're giving yourself a pep talk. You're returning home to yourself. Relationships may come and go for you at this moment, but you're understanding that the relationship you have with this person here, yourself, being true to your heart, is just paramount. Gemini, thank you for watching. Lots of love. Kiss. Bye. Libra, hope springs for this relationship. It's such a gorgeous reading, full of love, fun, new beginnings, optimism, and a whole lot of love. But maybe it wasn't always this way. The Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Swords, needing to move on from recent hurts and setbacks and disappointments within the relationship. It has reached new levels though, new levels of love and connection, and strengthening the bond that was already there. Maybe there was some moving on that had to have been done in order for the Ace of Pentacles to show itself like this at the bottom of the deck. we're going to get into these cards. We're going to look at them together, pull more to clarify. I hope this lighting isn't okay. It gets so dark here now, so early. And my Taurus moon, the moon is in Taurus today, only really operates in natural light or candle light. So this is maybe as bothersome for me as it is for you. I hope that it's not too awkward and shadowy, but the reading itself is very cuppy, very beautiful. The 10 of Cups in the center of the reading. We've got the 6 of Cups coming up, and then it's all like just crowned by this 3 of Cups celebration of love, of harmony, of growth now within the relationship. It seems like it's just taking on like whole other levels. The 10 of Cups is just pure radiating happiness within this relationship, and the 8 of Wands, like it's all moving now. It's all go. There is advancements been made, and they're happening quickly. You might be taking trips together. You might be moving somewhere together. The 7 of Swords in the past position. There is the energy of a secret being kept. Now, it is being left in the past, but I think you may know what this is, Libra. There is an element of being not transparent with yourself more than anybody else here, and a slight degree of fooling yourself. Now, it is being left in the past, and it's truly the only kind of, I'm not going to say negative card in the reading, but it does talk about sometimes this can be good in a relationship. This could be planning a surprise, right? So it doesn't always have to be deceptive, but there is some sort of okay, so we're getting over it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? And we'll clear it up, but it was like something that you were keeping secret, okay? And so 6 of Wands is here, a lot of success driving this relationship. You've seen good results coming through in this relationship. Some of you are thinking about partnering up in some sort of a labor of love that will get this relationship maybe recognition or your self-recognition, or even just that it's getting recognized by maybe your family. Maybe you're coming to meet, maybe this person is coming to meet your family soon. Maybe they have just spent time with your family and it went really well. They were over for drinks, you met, and they said, we'd love to invite you over and show you our home. So it's like it's like getting more intimate. It's like more bonds being formed, and this person might even start to bond now with your family members, your friends, and you're getting to see how those people interact, and it's also beautiful for you. The only major arcana card, the second major arcana card in this reading, we've got the Fool card and the Empress. I told you it was beautiful. The Fool card is this whole, like, your relationship is about to start something, become something. You can see a new chapter of this relationship unfolding now in a really huge way, and there's nothing really standing in the way of it here. It's syncing up very nicely with what's happening right now, what you kind of want from this. Your person, you're like, why aren't you as excited? Why are you not jumping for joy? Like, look at us, we're just doing so well now. Your person has some reservations, and they don't doubt the relationship. They don't look to be kind of thinking that this is a waste of time, but there is some uneasiness there. They can't fully trust that it's so good. Like, sometimes it's difficult to like trust in how good things are, especially if they're the type of person that hasn't had good relationships before. We'll clear it up and see what's coming through with it. 9 of Wands in reverse. It's something to do with this card, I think. I think you're worried you're going to get caught out on something, Libra. I don't mean to put a dampener on this gorgeous reading, but I think you're not fully out of the woods so far as you're concerned. You're kind of worried that what you were trying to keep hidden, if maybe it was even this relationship from family members or something like that, you're afraid that gets out. We'll clear it up. The Empress card as the outcome. Oh my gosh. If anybody if this is a message for people that are trying to conceive, or that they're just found out that they're pregnant, congratulations if so. This is very much energy of, like a very new beginning in terms of family and all of this beautiful stuff. Like this, come on. I think this looks like it's just super fertile, and if it isn't a physical birth of a baby, something new is unfolding, something is about to begin. I could eat these cards, seriously. Okay, let's clear them up. As you can see, Libra, it just looks like the good times are going to keep on rolling. We've passed Libra season, we've passed your birthday. I think one of my last readings, I can't remember if it was November, December, it was called It's a Party, and it was just like the good times have been rolling for you. Something's getting underway, something's about to get moving, right? A new beginning, a new start. It's heating up and there's momentum building. Your person may worry maybe just about your social life at the moment. We're going to clear it up. You're worried about some sort of an exposure that you don't want to happen. 6 of Wands, 9 of Wands in reverse talks to me about overexposure, and it's not something that you're interested, and especially not if it's going to reveal something, 7 of Swords, that you were doing from your past. Like, okay, that you want to say to somebody maybe, well, that was in the past, I wasn't dating you then, or whatever, you know. The Empress, all's well in the end, it looks like, but why don't we clear it up now? So the 10 of Cups, what a beautiful first card out. What a beautiful expression of happiness that you're hopefully experiencing now. Is it weird that I'm headless in this video? Probably sort of weird. Hermit in reverse. So while during Virgo season, there may have been some sort of a disconnect between you two in like October and September, it seems to have been brought back together, and communication, Page of Cups here, has been very sweet and sentimental and very growth orientated and very vulnerable and loving. But there might have been some sort of a halt on this, or sort of a time for pause and solidarity within the relationship. Hermit reverse is sometimes overly independent, overly solitary in their kind of demeanor, especially like in a relationship that can come across, I suppose, as standoffish or uninterested. But there was some sort of a quieter period of maybe even a lot of you had to think about, this is coming through now as a message for kids. There's a lot of energy about children in this reading and childbirth. So that's not going to apply to all, but the energy of that is obviously like creation itself, right? So there is like growth and creativity within this relationship and good expression. So for some though, this is a message about the period of time that you guys spent thinking about whether or not we should have children. 6 of Cups. I'm not sure, we're confused, but the Queen of Cups is like, I really want to have my baby, Page of Cups, you know? So there has been this period of thinking about this, or a prolonged period of reflection over something. Maybe you've just turned a corner on something in a big way, Libra, within your relationship. The 8 of Wands, what is getting going here? So something's underway in a bigger way. You feel the energy of this now, maybe where it's fast, it's up tempo. Knight of Cups. Movement, like discovering each other, kind of discovering new things about each other. Open-mindedness is getting moving now. There may have been an issue, that was kind of like a bit of a make or break, actually. A bit of a make or break. Bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles and the Tower. It could have looked kind of like some sort of there was a moment where the validity of this relationship was tested recently, but it looks like things are moving in the right direction. The Knight of Cups is a beautiful way to move. Open-hearted, forgiving is the big thing, right? Forgiving yourself, I think, Libra. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. You have something fun to do with your person. You're in the mood to celebrate with your person. You've got a social calendar full with your person. It's all fun and fun and fun. And 4 of Cups. And then the hangover kicks in. So 3 of Cups to the 4 of Cups. Like, you don't need to even really know much about it to see the description. This is the party. This is the hangover. So there's like a tendency. This is right. Okay. So the romanticizing here with the Knight of Cups. It's very... this looks very romantic and beautiful, but it's very apparent that this romance is here, right? 4 of Colors is the kind of when the rose-colored glasses gets taken off and we get down to what relationships really are, right? And there are tools for challenge, tools for growth, reflection of ourselves, tools for self-discovery. And obviously, that's helpful for the person in the relationship. It's a mutual mutual benefits, right? So, okay, so there's something that's made you see a bit more realism in the relationship, and that's maybe a good thing. Maybe you are starting to see more of a realistic future. 6 of Wands, okay. There's something about you that wants this validated, though. I can't deny the 6 of Wands is in the most subconscious or unconscious part of the reading. Now, you may be very consciously aware of this too, but at least it's there. 6 of Wands, what is the validation, or what does this represent? I've got the 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and then I've got the High Priestess coming out. Validation that you knew what you were doing. Like if people ever doubted your motives, if people ever doubted this relationship, you want them to know, or you want to almost like yourself to know that like, no, I made the right choices here. I followed my instincts. I followed my gut on it. We have the 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I mean, this is a bit of this energy, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. They're like the haters trying to get you down kind of a thing. And you're like, you know, you're like aggravated by this because it's like people just can't be fully happy for you or something. The 7 of Swords, but ultimately with the High Priestess here, pardon me, is that, okay, you know what I'm talking about, okay? You know what the validation you're looking for truly is. That's what the High Priestess is telling you there. So the 7 of Swords, it's going to be different for everybody, but just take what resonates, Libra, and leave the rest. So we've got the 7 of Swords in the past. And in reverse, the 10 of Wands. Some of you have felt like this is too much of a weight to bear. You know, the guilt that kind of stifles you, and like you're like, I have to say it, I have to own up, I have to take accountability, I have to address the elephant in the room. That's 10 of Wands in reverse and 6 of Swords to me. It's like, whew, this is too heavy, this is crushing me, crushing my spirit. Like I'm not in alignment with myself, and I'm, lying to myself more than anything. I feel like if you're carrying some things that are a bit too weighty, Libra, it seems like a lot of it for me is coming from you having to keep up something and validate something externally, and it's and something that maybe you should come clean about, if not with just yourself, is starting to weigh, and maybe it's already broken. Because the 10 of Wands in reverse, if you can't go no more in the 10 of Wands, that's what happens when you go to push yourself to the 11th wand. If there was one, you would end up crumbling because this was already breaking point. So you pushed yourself a little too far. And okay, the 6 of Cups then. This looks nice. This looks nice. The 6 of Cups coming up for this upcoming energy now as we get to the second row. The Chariot, lovely. If you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, this card came out in the same position, if I remember correctly just now, which I do have somewhat of a photographic memory for tarot cards, believe it or not, and names and celebrity star signs, moon signs, rising signs. Like I'm hoping that there's a good use for this, because so far it's just been kind of like useless, but like, okay, cool, it's a skill. The Chariot card, rightio. So this is very much the energy of, if you're dealing with a Gemini, you both are ready to move something to the next level, is what I'm picking up on perhaps. So the Chariot and the 6 of Cups, either way, this relationship is going to a new level, okay? So I think it's the level of meeting family, meeting friends, coming over, giving gifts at the holiday period perhaps, like, oh, I bought your mom a lovely bunch of flowers, this is lovely, and so this is all very nice, very flippin', what's the word? Wholesome. It's very wholesome. The Fool card. Okay, so the Fool card, very exciting. Now, this is where things are starting to get exciting, because you feel this energy of a new beginning for you too, a new adventure for you too. And let's see. The Emperor, very nice. The Emperor energy. This new beginning could unfold between January and March, and March, April maybe. And the relationship becomes more powerful, more of a force to be reckoned with. This person might be an Aries or a Cancer you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be, but yeah, the Emperor is good. It's coming through really strong there. I love that. Some of you might be really going into business together though, or buying a property together right now, or the Emperor and the Empress, hello, having a family together, welcoming somebody into your family, expanding your family, or talking about it. The 7 of Pentacles now. This is your person, so they have a little frustration, right? What does the person that we're talking about feel like? 2 of Wands, and the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups around that. So look, they see all these possibilities for you, like those aces. So they see what's next in store. They see you coming together and thinking about your future and making sort of vested interest. You have vested interests, you have investments. So it's the uneasiness I feel like is just like they don't know how something's going to turn out, but they're still pretty optimistic. You both are. The Fool energy, it's not even cautious optimism, it's pretty boundless and like faithful. So the Nine of Wands, a little bit of anxiety on your part, also a bit of anxiety on your person's part. They may be more anxiety around like practical matters, Pentacle matters, and your anxiety might be more around what actions have been taken. Let's have a look now. Nine of Wands, what's the worry? Oh, we have you at the bottom of the deck in reverse, Libra, Justice in reverse. So you weren't yourself. Oh, the Devil card. Yeah, okay, you don't want, and then the Lovers card beside that. You're like, if this gets out, we would go from this to this, or vice versa, or something like that. There's a heightened sense of you can't let your guard down now, and you know you're worried about something that would really fucking just annoy you, and just like you basically don't want this to happen, right? So the Justice card, this is like decisions you've made that weren't in highest and best for you, Libra, and some of this is just the ramifications and the consequences. Justice decisions, they are the ones with consequences. You know, not every Two of Wands decision you make is gonna feel like there's a consequence or be experienced like that. But with the Devil card energy, yeah, I did pick up that there was something that you weren't wanting to get out. The Empress card, beautiful card to end the reading with. So let's have a look at this now. Oh, you're going to be feeling yourself, feeling valued, feeling just so attractive within this relationship. The Sun in reverse, still very happy energy. There's that, you know, it's this secret that's just holding it back from full expression of the Sun. There's something that just isn't out there yet. The Sun is exposing, it's reversed. You're holding on to something, Libra. You're holding on to something. Nine of Cups reversed and the Magician. Something that was done behind the scenes. Looks like this Nine of Cups is hiding something. What's behind that table? It's weirdly large. And the Magician operates rather elusively. So yeah, holding you back from the full exposure of the Sun's beaming light and radiating happiness like we have here. The Ten of Cups is the minor arcana of some of this expression. The Sun card, however, it's just in pure authentic expression. So watch out for that, Libra, and see what that may be or might bring up for you. But these are general messages. Take what resonated with you, leave the rest. Mwah! Bye-bye. Aquarius, your card was the first out, the Star card. Among this relationship right now, amongst the two of you, there's a lot of stress and anxiety and maybe some games being played and just lack of honest and transparent communication. It's causing you a lot of stress. It's causing you some concern, really, and it's been uneasy like this for a while. It's been restless for a while. It's been not very steady for you, or frustrating even, as to like, is this ever going to work out for us? Underneath it all, though, there's this massive transformation that's happened in the relationship. It might even seem like there was some old energy that needed to just have been let go of and transformed through. Something had to just go, I think. And you know this. It doesn't mean that that was easy or it wasn't confronting for you. The Star card being the first card out, however, tells me not to ignore what this really was on a soul level. It was healing. It was rejuvenation again, and optimism and hope. Now, shit perhaps hit the fan, or shit is hitting the fan around you. It's just strange, and everything that you thought you saw clearly has fallen to pieces and has kind of crumbled. You feel like you're able to navigate it. You have some tools in your arsenal, let's say, that are able to navigate through this, what maybe even felt like some sort of a shitstorm, really. And what I see then coming up in the future energies around you, your person, and the upcoming energy is this: the Ace of Cups, the Sun, the Empress. I mean, something's going to change perhaps, but right now it doesn't feel like that. If you're dealing with a Leo, they're coming through really strongly here with multiple cards. The Sun card, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Six of Wands, Jupiter in Leo also. So this is kind of a person that you're dealing with who is perhaps being quite egotistical at the moment. It doesn't have to be a Leo, but it could be taking on the energy of shadow Leo energy in the reversal, which is bossy, controlling, my way or the highway, even like dictating a lot of what's happening and what you're doing, and very much self-obsessed in the shadow energy. They don't see that, however. I don't think they're seeing themselves upright in the Sun card. You worry about what they're becoming or have become. That sounds dramatic. I don't necessarily mean it to say it like that. Just that you're worried that they're not acting how they would if there weren't these other forces at play, or endings, or a lot of termination and endings of cycles. They could have even been abrupt, so we're going to clear them up. The end result of the reading is the Six of Wands. It doesn't match what you're currently experiencing right now. It just doesn't. So it might seem strange to you as to imagine you back here in this position with your person or on your own. If you're dealing with a breakup and this Death card was a final ending, Aquarius, there is through all of this mental anguish and stress, and should I have done this? Oh, I wish I didn't walk away, or well, things have been different. It's all healing. It's what the Star card is promising you is you'll have optimism about dating again, maybe for some sooner than you think. The Ace of Cups coming up for Aquarius in the near future. Connection is awaiting, and I think we should clear up these cards. So really, Aquarius, there is so much hope around you still, optimism, whatever your relationship status is. The Star card and the Ace of Cups, it's hope springs again. Look at the water flowing from the Star card vessels, the Ace of Cups, water flowing. It's very abundant energy. The Empress is coming through as a message from your guides, your highest self, whatever it is that you prescribe to while watching this video, whatever resonates, is to say, you've got this, you're going to overcome. You know, the Nine of Swords is not going to last forever. Chances are some of these things you're worrying about in the Nine of Swords may never manifest to reality. The Five of Swords and the Sun card. Okay, so you're ready for it all to come out. You're ready to face the wrongs. You're ready to face the problems head on now, right in the light of day. Let's see it all clearly. Your person wants the same thing. It's up to you to come forward and say that you will communicate, or you will lay everything, your cards out on the table, so to speak. Your person seems to be up for that. The Death card and the King of Wands, there's something about them that's changed in nature, you feel. We'll clear it up. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, you want to get back here to the Six of Wands, and you're worried, will we ever get back here? Like, you could have been really like people really were like, oh, look at that couple, they're so awesome, like they look so great, and you're like, oh, I don't really see that anymore. The Star card. Okay, so underneath the stress and underneath the headache and the worry at the moment, what is truly happening with the Star card? Remember, Aquarius, these are general readings. They may not apply to everybody, but just take what resonates and leave the rest. The Wheel of Fortune and bottom of the deck, the Temperance card. I get it. It was painful and things needed to have been addressed, and somebody said that they didn't feel the same way for some, and there have been painful things that have happened. But the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance, this promises quicker relief, I have to say. Together, this is the energy of December for me, the month we're in. I feel like healing is already so much underway right now. Something might even start to reflect for you externally. Wheel of Fortune can be felt more externally. Temperance, however, is something that happens within. It's finding balance within yourself. It's finding inner peace. And then as a result of your inner peace, this is what affects the external. This kind of effect on the external seems a bit more destined or fated to me. It's kind of written for you, so to speak. Here we have the Aquarius in the cloud. It's like one of your guides or your highest self when you incarnated here, asked for these lessons, whatever, and then the external incidents happen. That affects our reality. But Temperance, you have the power to create the reality you want here through making your internal calm and at peace and balanced, and tempered and moderated, and then you'll soon see how much more easeful this relationship becomes. It also talks about communication and really healthy communication, really intimate, good flow, like no one's talking over each other, no one's not listening. You might feel with this King of Wands energy then that your person hasn't really been listening to you, and that something important now has to be addressed and you're worried they won't pick up on it. But it looks good. Wheel of Fortune, this is underway in a more advanced way, or like a more noticeable way for you. 9 of Swords. Okay, I feel the optimism from that, and I see the optimism from this second row in particular. So the 9 of Swords, really hard for you to get past this one particular trigger or anxiety. The 7 of Swords. So it's like this energy of like you are walking on eggshells around your person, or they're walking on eggshells of you, afraid to address, afraid to say things. There seems like there's like one, exactly, Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, one particular trigger that really just, it gets you down and you can't stop thinking about it. The 7 of Swords, you don't talk about it, however, maybe to your person. If that resonates, maybe it's an invitation to open up about that. The 5 of Swords. Okay. There's a part of you that wants to hold on to some sort of power here, Aquarius, in the 5 of Swords. The Emperor, very controlling to a certain extent if we are to see it with the 5 of Swords. Even a little, like I said about this King of Wands in reverse, it certainly doesn't have to be with a Leo or an Aries or anything like that. But there is this energy of, you know, control here and not wanting to surrender power, control, not wanting to, this is the boss. So one of you doesn't want to not be the boss or something, like a little bit of stubbornness, when I think vulnerability, the Queen of Cups was at the bottom of the deck there, and may be necessary. Right, she's right here again. So yeah, I mean, that's probably what I'm referring to here, like some vulnerability may be more necessary than wanting to be right. Judgment card. If this resonates with you right now, Aquarius, there's a lesson to be learned here, the valuable lesson that this hasn't worked out for you before, so maybe it won't this time. Okay, these cards are very energetic right now. I'm going to keep going. The Death card. What transformed? And it could have been just a subconscious transformation for you. This might not have even been felt on the physical. Internally, something changed. The World card, long time coming, full circle on this. It's linked to the shit show I was talking about, Strength card, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Some sort of something that didn't come out the way it should have or something like that. I'll leave the World card out, but we have you again, Aquarius, in the corner here. So yeah, this might have been for you just to figure out subconsciously. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that there was some sort of an ending, but there was a transformation at least for you. The Knight of Swords in reverse fell out, but let me just keep going and look at the 7 of Pentacles. You've had your moments of doubt and frustration, and what else do we need to learn? It's coming in as a past energy, where the Ace of Cups is where we're going towards more sort of connection. So yeah, the 8 of Swords, wow, really getting in your head around something, really working yourself into something. Or maybe your person has been being a piece of shit and they're triggering you a lot, and they know your triggers and they're pushing you. It sounds like that could be a very tricky situation, Aquarius, if that's resonating. But yeah, you're very much like these 8 of Swords just led to the eventual 9 of Swords. Like we've got the 7, 8 of 9 of Swords so far. So I mean, something wasn't right in terms of something you've been thinking about a lot. You had something on your mind and it was telling you like, this isn't right. Whether or not that was true, or it looks more like there's been some anxieties, because the Empress is sort of telling me like, you'll be fine, you got this. The Ace of Cups now, so stepping into some beautiful energy. What might that be like? The 10 of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Cups. Hugely fulfilling energy that you're stepping into. I think this time spent together, consolidating, making solid, enjoying the perhaps holiday season, or have been enjoying holiday seasons, being around family more. Yeah, that's been very comforting, and it continues to be comforting for you, Aquarius, seeing them as part of your life. I think there is a future for you, or there's at least some sort of an entanglement for you with this person, be it financial, children, family together, whether or not you're still together. There's some kind of there's some kind of sort of connection that goes a bit beyond like just a relationship, something even like more of a commitment. The Empress card. A message, I think, from your highest self now about what you're currently worried about, Aquarius. The Three of Wands. You'll be able to move on from this, and this is a card of growth. So through all of this, there is so much growth and expansion happening, like I said, and I get a sense that fairness will be achieved. That was a kind of message that I think I should say. So let's see, the Sun card in reverse. Sun card upright, your person. Are they in some slight denial about something? Devil card at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Pentacles. Slight denial about their independence, their independent role in this relationship. Does it feel stifling at times for them? Does it feel trapping? Are they somebody that has more difficulty committing, you may say? The King of Wands in reverse. You worry about seeing a side of them again that you don't want to see. It could have been somebody losing their temper with you. It could have been you losing your temper, some sort of a reaction you felt provoked maybe. Fixed air, Aquarius, King of Swords. It could have been either one of you, the King of Wands and the King of Swords. It could have been either one of you. You're both strong, forceful dynamics with each other. I've seen the fixed signs here in both cards in the corners: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So, I mean, that's just stubborn energy. It doesn't have to be one of those signs, but you're at loggerheads and you kind of fear, like, you know, you could easily exasperate the situation, as could they. Your words could cut. They would just maybe blow up, you may feel. The Six of Wands. How are we ending this reading for you, Aquarius? Take what resonates, leave the rest from today, and thank you so much for watching and sticking with me. The Ace of Wands. It's a nice end to the reading. Aces are potential, but there's a potential more for something to happen with you guys. You'll know what that is. It's time for something to actually start happening in reality, and like you guys taking the actions. It's basically like, let's start living in what we say we're going to do rather than just say it. Let's put some meaning and action behind these words. Thanks for watching, Aquarius. I'll leave a link to your December general reading down below in the description box if you're interested.